Have you ever seen a logo that makes you go, "Oh yeah, that's really cool," and the letter in the center being different really balances the whole thing? The question though, is this logo actually good? That's what we'll be looking at today. Let's get started. So initial impressions of the logo are that it's really cool, right? Now let's fast forward an hour or two when the logo comes back to mind. You think to yourself, that logo was cool. It had good colors and was balanced with the A in the center that was red, but what did it say? All you can remember is the red A. This is a problem. The logo may be simple and easy to read, but the design draws attention to the center of the word. If attention had been drawn to the beginning of the word, there would be a better chance you would be able to remember the entire name. But there's more. Something like this is what we would recommend instead. If you're now asking, but won't that icon make the whole logo harder to remember as there is now more to remember? The answer to that is actually no, and that's the cool part. According to research from MIT, the human brain can identify images in as little as 13 milliseconds. Further, more research has shown that the human brain takes 60,000 times longer to recognize words than it does to recognize images, as words not only have to be seen, but their meaning decoded. Another thing to consider is that if the person has something like ADD, ADHD, or dyslexia, there may be even more time variation, making a Wordmark logo even less effective. Something else to consider is if a person can't read the word, say because they don't know the language it is written in, then you are tough out of luck. Add in an icon and everyone will be able to remember it. What does this mean? What it means is that a logo with an icon is going to be significantly more memorable than one without it. Not to mention, it's also going to be a lot more versatile, which helps with other aspects of branding. So does this mean that all Wordmark only logos are bad and should never be used? That's not quite what we're saying. As with most things, there's a time and a place for them. Let's look at an example of when such is not just okay, but is actually best. For this, we will use Apple as an example. This is the Apple logo. It's a non-text icon. This is an iPhone. Based on the logo, we know it's made by Apple. If you look at the bottom of the phone, you will notice it says iPhone. This is a Wordmark. If they had also given iPhone a logo with an icon, it might have looked something like this. And here's the problem. Now there are two icons on the same device fighting for visual supremacy. So you have to choose which is more important, the brand logo or the device logo. Given that brand recognition is more important, that means the brand gets the icon while the device gets a Wordmark. Now let's look at another example. Car manufacturers such as Toyota, for instance, will place the brand icon on the car in a prominent location, usually on the front or back of the car, accompanied by a Wordmark to denote the model of the car. Because the car's brand is more important than the model, the brand gets the icon and the most prominent placement on the car, while the model of the car gets a Wordmark and is usually placed in a less prominent area. So to sum things up, is a Wordmark logo good or not? As a less prominent secondary logo, yes, it's good, and in fact usually preferred. As a main logo, however, it's not recommended, which we will be doing a full video about why it's not later on, so make sure to get subscribed for that. And with that, hopefully now you have a better idea of what type of logo best fits your needs. Thank you for watching. See you next time.